Look, you've studied, you've put in the work. Now you just have to trust yourself. You have to believe that you can do it. And that's what I wanted to say here at the end. I don't know why, but lately I've been thinking a lot about the Wizard of Oz. Remember the penultimate scene when they all come back to the wizard, and you recall that they've just killed the Wicked Witch, not because of a particular plan that they had, but by accident. In that moment, spontaneously, they were trying to put out the fire, and I'm probably telling you more than you want to know about this movie, but in any event, they tried to put the water on the scarecrow, and then they hit the Wicked Witch, and she melts. And that was never their plan. They didn't have any idea what would happen. It was just in the moment, just happened intuitively, spontaneously. They activated and did something, and then they got the goal accomplished. And now they go back to the wizard, and they say to the wizard, "What happens now?" And the wizard says, as wizards always do, "You've always had the skill within. Scarecrow, you're the smartest person I know. Tin Man, you're the kindest person I know. Lion, you're the bravest person I know. And Dorothy, you could have gone home any time you wanted." And poor Dorothy looks down in her sweet innocence and says, "How could that possibly be?" And the wizard says, "Those ruby red slippers that you've been wearing, all you had to do is click the heels together." Really? And I think that there's an awful lot of truth in that for bar takers. Think about it. You have the intelligence. You've had it all along. You have the courage. You've been doing this. You've stepped out to take the bar exam. You have the kindness of heart to want to be in a profession where we're in the business of serving other people. And you've always had the ruby red slippers. You've always had the chance and the opportunity to show what you can do. You just have to click your heels and say, "There's no place like home." Some of you get so frightened in the moment. You look at the Wicked Witch of the bar exam and you think to yourself, "I can never defeat that. I can never beat that." And yet, in the moment of your greatest intuition and your greatest spontaneity, that's when you do succeed and beat the test. Some of you are sitting there in terror of this test, but you don't need to be afraid of it. The worst that happens is you go to the exam and you fail. That's the very worst. I don't want to minimize or make light of that. I don't want to make you think that's not important. I have spent far too many hours of my life consoling people after their results come out. And yet the moment still occurs when those same people later go on and pass. And when they get there, when they make it over the top and they are successful, in that moment, they've made it happen and they realize, "Hey, I can do this. I've accomplished it." And they say, "Don't give up on your dreams." They tell me to tell other people, "Don't give up at the last hour because you got scared. Don't give up because you've forgotten that you're wearing ruby red slippers, or that you're the scarecrow, or the lion, or the tin man." You have that ability, and all you have to do is trust in your own capability to make it happen. That's the message that I want to give you with this last push until the exam. What I want to leave you with today is that's what you need to do in order to pass. You've been studying and preparing. Now go and make it happen. Click your ruby red slippers and say, "There's nothing and there's nowhere like passing."